Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. How are you all doing? Today, we are premiering our daytime show, Weekdays with Khichibeauty. Today, we're going to talk about a fragrance. I have a bunch of fragrance here with me. I'm just hoping that I will be able to bring it into view. Now, if you're just joining, welcome. And as I said, it's just a test run for our show because I didn't realize it was the holiday weekend. However, it's all about fragrance today. And if you're watching and you are a fragrant person, please feel free to chime in. Now, I personally is not an expert when it comes on to perfume. However, what I do know is what I'm going to share with you today. I use a wide variety of fragrance, and the honest truth is I go with what I like. I don't really get caught up in the hype, so I am not the person to run and get a fragrance because everyone is wearing it. I tend to wear a fragrance that I tend to wear a fragrance that I like. So if I go in the store and I try something and I like the scent of it, then that's what I'm going to go with. I am also, an old school of fragrance person where if I like a fragrance, like one of the fragrance that I have here with me today is a fragrance that I've been using for years and years and years and years. So I tend not to change too often, but from time to time, I definitely, and I'm trying to get this thing a little, bear with me. I am the technician and I am everything when it comes on. So let me see if I pull them closer. Right, I think this is a little better. Now, I am the type of person that wear a fragrance forever. So the way this show is going to run today, we are going to just basically share information that you should know about the fragrance. And if you have a question, feel free to go ahead and ask it. If I can answer the question, I will. So let's welcome our moderator to the show. Hi, Lucy. How are you? Welcome to the show. We also have our members. We have Magdalene. We also have Jill so far in my view, and all our regular subscribers are here for our premiere show. Now, this show is going to run Monday to Thursday, weekdays at noon, okay? Monday to Thursday, weekdays at noon. And we're going to be sharing different topics and, lifestyle and a whole. We might throw some cooking in there. We might, share styles, fashion, jewelry, you name it. So stay tuned, set your calendar Monday to Friday. It is a test run series, so we're running it for the month of April to see how it goes. Now, this morning I make a boo-boo and I was, doing a little skit for stories, ended up on shorts. So I know once I throw that in, my notification for this show was not going to go out as it should. But anyway, we are moving on and we are going. Now, what is your favorite scent? Okay. And are you a splash on girl? Are you a perfume person? Are you a Edu-Day toilet person? Or are you just a person that do not like fragrance at all? We need to hear from you and we're going to share some tips. Now, the very first thing, sorry, you see, and if you can hear that sound going, just ignore it. Now, I have some notes here. I'm going to be using my notes today so that I do not miss anything. Now, the first thing we want to talk about is a perfume. Now, where does this came from? Now, my note, it was originated in 1370, okay? 1370. That is a long time ago. Now, nowadays, perfume is a total different ball game. Here in America, one of the first, believe it or not, perfume, or let me not use the word perfume, but fragrant water was the Florida water. And if you're here and you know anything about Florida water, you know that that is the origin, okay? Origin of fragrant in the Americans. Now, when it comes on to France, they basically seems like they are like the original creator of perfume, but it's not necessarily so. They actually take this on way, 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 way in after it was created, but they do now have some of the most extinguished factories that produces the perfume. So that's just a little bit of a history on the perfume. Now, what is really a fragrance? Okay, if you ask a question like, what is a fragrance? A fragrance is simple as sweet or pleasant odor. Okay, a fragrance is simple as sweet or pleasant odor, and that is what when we are talking about perfume or splash or you name it. Today we're also going to show you or explain to you the difference. Okay, now, when you go into the store to get your perfume, you normally see a wide variety of fragrance, okay? A wide variety of fragrance. Now, there is a difference because you have Eau de Toilette and you have Eau de Perfume, and you also have perfume, and you also have like fragrant water. Today, I'm going to tell you the difference so that you know what you are getting into. Now, let me take a question really, really quick, and then we are going to move on. All these perfume that I have here are my personal perfume. I just pulled some from my collection, and these are some of the perfumes that I personally use on my skin on a regular. Now, this is not a sponsored video. As I said, they're my personal perfume. Now, when it comes on to perfume or fragrance, everyone is really different. So what works on my skin might actually works a different way on your skin. So I might pick up my perfume and I'm using it. Let's see which one I could pull up. And I'm going to pull up this one, this La Vie. It's the La Vie. So, Estelada La Vie. Now, if I spritz, and I'm not going to start spraying down the place, right? Now, if I spray this perfume on me and I go out, you might recognize the scent of it. However, if you use it, it might, bring off a total different odor. So what fragrance I'm using, yes, you can recognize the scent, but for you, it might bring off a different scent. Okay, I'm going to get into that later on in the show to explain to you why all of that happened. So now let me take some questions. I'm a little far away from my computer. So if you see like I'm stretching over, be mindful that my computer is a little far trying to get the table with my stuff. I'm new to this production thing, and I am the only one that is a set coordinator and you name it. So bear with me. Now, Marlene, one of my favorite perfume. And Dion, good morning. Hello from West Coast, California. We also have Vasha, who is always on. Taryn is always on. Lady T, looking forward to the new daytime series. It will be a great success. And I really need to hear that, because this morning I was like a little hesitant. I was like, I'm wondering if I'm biting off more than I can chew. I just noticed that I could actually just go on my knees right here and pull this down a little and not too far down. And there it is. Let's see if that is working out. Yes, this might just work. Me sitting on the ground. Isn't that something? Okay, let's see if I can sit on the ground. Whoa, I'm too far down. But anyway, let me get back up and fix. Guess what? It's in the making, and I'm trying to get it right just for you to see the products. Let's try this way. Okay, there you go. Right. So now we can see all the products, and guess what? Your girl is still a little on the heavy side. All right, so let's take another comment. Amelia, I have noticed that with my body chemistry, scent smell different on me than on others. And we're going to address that today. I am going to explain to you why this can happen like that. So let's continue. If you have a question, let's talk about the notes, okay? First of all, let us talk about perfume and what are they really made of? When you go out there, how do they come up with all these variety of fragrance? What really happened is that they use just natural like plants and flowers to make a perfume. And I'm just going to say perfume instead of fragrant. Okay. So we all know that when it comes on to men, it's cologne. And when it's come on to woman is perfume. The overall is a fragrance. So by right, I should be saying fragrant, but it's okay if I just, say, all right, let me say the right thing. Okay. Because someone is going to be watching that might not be my regular subscriber and be like, okay, whatever. All right. So here are some of the most popular fragrance, ingredients that they use in perfume. You have patchouli, you have rosemary, we have cedarwood, and for cedarwood, you're gonna find it more in male cologne. You also have tobacco, and that you're gonna also find in male cologne. Now you have bergamot, which is one fragrance that I like a lot because I like the more stronger the fragrance. Okay. Now you also have tonka bean, and that's another one. When you think about Michael Kors, the original, they use tonka bean in that, and also Kim Kardashian original perfume. Tonka bean is what give it that kind of what you call it now, coarse scent, and that is what I like. Okay, now you also have cucumber, which is very light and refreshing, and guess what? You have vanilla, and if you don't know, vanilla is the most popular scent in any form of a fragrance right across the board. Okay. And it is one fragrance that most people like. Regardless of who you are, regardless of how you're using it, vanilla is very, very popular. And just before we move on, I also want to let you know, if you are out there and you're on the market trying to find your significant other, especially if the significant other is a male, this is the scent that they gravitate towards, the vanilla fragrance. So be mindful of that. They also use ingredient like mandarin, and when they use like mandarin and tangerine and vetiver, those are jasmine is also another popular one, and you have rose and you have amber. So those are some of the notes, the fragrance that ingredients that they tend to use to get these pleasant odor, pleasant smelling perfume. So if you have a question, continue. Remember, if you're just joining, I'm not an expert on this. I am just sharing, what I little that I know about a perfume. Most of us tend to use some form of a perfume, whether we like the splash on, whether we like the Eau-de toilet, or whether we like the Eau-de perfume, or whether we like just perfume. Okay, we're gonna break it down just before after I take some questions. Now we have remember, I'm watching for Savita, how do you find out the expiration date of the perfume? Please answer. Now, there are no expiration date on a bottle of perfume. However, every perfume is manufactured at yearly. Okay, now what you can do, there's always a number that is associated with a batch. Now that is gonna take you a while. You can know the company you get in, the batch, there's a batch number, and you can figure out when it is made. But a store, when normally you go to a store, it's gonna sell the current perfume. Now you should keep your perfume no longer than, if you're on the chat and you know this answer, comment right now. You should keep your bottle of perfume no longer than 5 years. No longer than 5 years. Okay. Now that also have some little side note with it. It also means that you have to keep it in a dark area, a dark, cool area. And most people do not do that. Most people just have their perfume out on the countertop. Let me say fragrance. I need to correct myself. Most people just have their fragrance out on the countertop, but it needs to be in a dark area. And also if you can keep it in a refrigerator, it is even better. Dark, cool area, and that can help the extend the perfume life. But it shouldn't go over 5 years. Now, let me tell you something, and this is a true story. I have a friend that I gave a bottle of perfume to. I'm gonna say it's at least 10 years. And the other day she was calling me and like, oh, guess what? And I was like, what? She was like, you know, the perfume you gave me like years ago, I still have it. I said, what? She said, yeah, I just keep it and I only use it for special occasion. Now that is what, and if you're on the chat and you're guilty of that, only using your perfume for certain perfume, especially if it's on the pricier side, you tend to want to keep it for only special occasion. And when you wake up one morning, you realize that you have this for 8-9 years. Now, it can go bad, okay? It can go bad. After 5 years, you need to toss. The best scent that you're going to get from your fragrance is when you use them right away. Within that 2-year margin, you use it up right away. Now, the question was, how do you know the date? Stores are going to carry the perfume that are made that year. So when you just use it, okay, you buy it this year, give yourself 4 more years with it so that you are sure it is in that window, okay? Now, when it comes on to how you use your perfume, if you buy a perfume and you're a fragrant and you're not going to use it right away, do not spray it. If you're not going to use it right away, do not spray it, because what happened, if you like this, you might not be able to see, that is the pump right there, and their perfume inside that pump. So when you spray, that is going to be left in that pump. And if you put it down for a number of months or years, when you go back, that smell in the pump is gonna be old. It's not gonna have a pleasant fragrance to it. And not only that, it's gonna cause the rest of the perfume to go bad. It's also recommended that if you put your perfume down for at least a week or 2 and you go back to use it on your skin, you should just spray it out, just spritz it out first before you use it on your skin. That way you, oh, this smells so good, guys. I love this. This here changed my life. I was going through some things, side note, I was just going through some things, and I'm a perfume person, okay? I'm a perfume girl, okay? Now, I was just going through some things a couple of years ago when they just came out with this. And I decided, okay, I am just going to purchase one of these for me and one for my niece. Yes, I tend to share a lot of perfume with her also. She's almost like my child. So I purchased this, and I'm telling you, this perfume get me through so much. Like whenever I feel like depressed, down, and that is why it is like this. This is like my 3rd bottle, believe it or not. It's a pretty new fragrance. Like, let me see. This is about, the most is 6 years old. 5 manufacturer date, about 5 years, 4 years, about 5 years. Time is flying since they came out with this. Because they came out with 2 other versions after that. This is Estée Lauder, LV, La Vie. You can actually look it up. But the fragrance is very fruity for the top note, and it just have this calming fragrance. Now remember, everyone is different. So I might go crazy for this, and you might go and you get it, and it's just not the same for you. And that is why you need to test your fragrance, and you need to know what you personally like, because not because I like it, it don't mean that you're gonna like it. Everyone is different and everyone is unique when it comes on to fragrance. Now, this is one of my go-to, and I tend to wear it a lot. So what I was saying is that always spray off the top before you use it. And some of you not going to do that because you feel like you are like wasting the fragrance, but you can just spritz it and walk underneath it so it just fall on your hair. I'm going to take another question and then I'm gonna move on. I went through 4 of it already. LOL, number 3. No, 3 years. Okay. I was thinking around about 3, 4 years, the calculation. So someone know about this. Yes, it's pretty new, but in the perfume world, after it's about 2 years or so, it's no longer like new, but yes, pretty new, and I love it. All right. So any other question? Lady, agree on the length of time, 5 years on dark cool area. You said what to the friend on 10 years? Okay, like it's no good, get a new one. But however, being the nice friend that I am, I did gifted her a new bottle of perfume. Okay, all right, so we are moving on. What is your favorite fragrance? Okay, what's your favorite fragrance? Comment if you're just joining. We're talking about fragrance today, and we're just sharing some things and how to know your fragrance. What is your favorite, and do you have a favorite? Personally, I wouldn't say I have. Okay, I go through phases when it comes on to my fragrance. Okay, phases like today or this month or next month, I might be into this one. 2 weeks from now, I'm into another one, and so on. So that's how I'm all over the place, but I have staple that I will always, 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 always like. Now let's talk about a few like perfume, depending on your age. Does anyone of you watching know anything about sunflowers? The fragrance sunflowers, and I think that was Elizabeth Arden. I think Elizabeth Arden sunflowers. I used to love that so much when I was a kid growing up. I would go crazy for that sunflowers, and it was so strong. Another fragrance that I like, and some of you probably still like this fragrance, is White Diamond by Elizabeth Taylor. We're saying old fragrance now. The honest truth is, I learned something during my research and fragrance, and I didn't know this any at all. As you age, your scent change. So what happened? You might have a fragrance that in your younger days was very pleasant and refreshing to you, but when you get older and you go back, the very same fragrance, you might think it changed, or you might think that it's like it smells old, but it's not. It's just you that change, and your scent change. So you move on, your scent change as you go along. So for me, I tried the White Diamond, and I find that it was so strong. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I love this fragrance so much. But the honest truth is, other people might find it to be really, really pleasant. There's another fragrance that when I started to buy my own fragrance, I actually get on the bandwagon and I purchase, which is the Chanel number 5. Any one of you, I can't talk bad about this fragrance, guys. You all know, everybody go cuckoo about it, but it's not one of my favorite. Like, it's just not. Like, I try to like it so bad. But what I do like, however, about it, because you cannot talk about Chanel number 5 and not find something special. I like the after. Like, after wearing it for about 5 hours, and then you go back and you have that nice little powdery, light little fragrance right there. That's what I like. But that's another fragrance that I like now. It's like a no-no for me. So don't send me. However, the upgraded, well, it's not upgraded, but this one, the Chance, I love the Chance. Okay. I love the Chance. So maybe I love the Chance because, the number 5 I'm getting, I don't know, but some people go crazy for that. If you are a Chanel number 5 girl, comment right now. Or if you just go along with it because everyone was wearing it and it was the perfume to have, comment also. And who else is here? Esther, very nice perfume, sunflower. So somebody know the sunflower. Who else know about the sunflower? Now we have I really like Lauren from Ralph Lauren, Red Door. Ooh, Red Door. You guys know that this perfume show was not gonna go on like, you know, these young people nowadays, and we gotta talk about the Red Door, right? We have to talk about, and don't forget the Avons, okay? Do not forget the Avons. My favorite was Candid. You remember that? Candid. So don't toss those out. Don't toss those out. That Red Door was something else. And Cynthia, I love Pleasure by Elizabeth by Estee Lauder, J'adore, and many others. I am a fragrant, and I'm not going to use the last word. J'adore. I used to go through the bottles that J'adore, but I actually like the J'adore, okay? I actually like the J'adore, and I used to go through that a lot. It still is going strong. It still is like a bestseller of all time, going, just like the Chanel. Those perfumes are going nowhere, so they are here to stay. Kay Campbell, Chance as a different at 6 different fragrance. I know this one is Chance Chanel. Okay, they have an yeah, Edu Tendir. This one came out, let me see, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think this one came out. All right, so let's see, Amina, some classic perfume that I still love to this day is Anais, and my stepmom, that was like her favorite fragrance, Anais. And I don't know what about this perfume, but I used to gift her that every single birthday, because she just loved it. I don't even know if they still have it, but it was like really, really pleasant for her. And who else on here is a fragrant person? For your information, that's Lucy. Do you know Avon Scent are the second of the vote from the main fragrant? Example, if Red Door was not voted first, it would have been labeled Avon. Yes. We cannot forget those fragrance. Okay, they actually are like the foundation for most of us. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about notes. If you know anything about fragrant notes, then feel free to chime in. As I said, I am not the expert. I just like a fragrance a lot, and I am just sharing what I do know. So put your 2 cents in, chime in, so that we can all share what we know together. Now, when it comes on to fragrance, you're going to hear the word float around about notes. You have top notes, you have middle notes, and you have base note. Now, you need to know the difference. When I know some of us really don't care about this, but if you're a fragrant person, you should know. So let's talk about the top note in a fragrance. Now, the top note is the lightest of all, okay? The lightest note is the top note, and you're going to smell it immediately, okay? You're going to smell it immediately, and after a few minutes, you might not smell it again. It's like it goes away. And then at the end of it all, you're going to sniff and you're going to get back that top note. Okay. The one, once you spread it in the air, like pure, the top note is what you're going to scent. Okay. So that is what they refer to as the top note. And some people can just spread something in the hair and recognize the top note. If you're like a real fragrant person and you know ingredient like bergamot, I could pick it up from anywhere, but not all. Vanilla is another one that I could oh yeah, and probably patchouli I could pick up. And well, cedarwood and tobacco, as soon as I know if it's cedarwood or tobacco, because those are very strong fragrance. All right, so now what is the middle note? The middle note, you're not going to smell that right away, okay? Please note, in case I forget, in any bottle of perfume that you use, there are going to be 3 notes: the top note, the middle note, and the base note. Okay. The top note is the one you smell as soon as you spritz it. And the middle note, you're not going to smell it right away. It takes longer, but guess what? It have a strong influence in the scent. Okay. Take longer to scent it, to smell it. But after a while, you're going to start to smell it like, I'm getting something else here. And then the final note is the base note. And it's really a heavier fragrance. And once the top note fade, what you're going to smell is the base note. Okay. So remember I was talking about the channel, the number 5, and what I like when, after wearing it for a few hours and then it leave that powdery scent, that is the base note. So what you get after wearing your fragrance for about an hour or so is the base note, and that is normally the stronger note. Okay. And also that depends on what you are wearing, whether you're wearing a splash, Eau de Toilette, Eau de perfume, or perfume. If you know anything more about the difference in top, middle, and base note, feel free to share it with us right now. I'm taking a look at the chat, and Charlie White. Whoa, who is this? Charlie White and Red, they were good. Cynthia, Charlie White. Hey, anyone on this chat know anything about Charlie White? I love my subscribers. You know why? I love you guys. We can get real, okay? That is what I like. We can really get real when we talk, okay? I know the age group fluctuate. On my channel, we fluctuate between like majority is between 25, believe it or not, to about 65. But the chunk of my subscribers are between 25 and 45. However, when I, like my diehard subscribers, the older ones, I'm using the word older, you understand what I'm saying. We really can get into some nitty gritty stuff, right? Now, when you talk about this Charlie White and Charlie Red, oh my goodness. I was like in my early 20, no, 18, 19, 20, 21, when they have that, I go cuckoo. Oh, I throw out all, I don't really throw it out. We don't have money like that to throw out perfume, but bring on the Charlie White. Where are you, Avon? To the side, to the side, to the side. That Charlie White was everywhere. Some of you might not be familiar with it. I don't know if it was just more common in Jamaica. Yes or no? I don't know, but it was something. So anyone know anything about the notes? Comment. Lucy, have anyone ever used men fragrance as their go-to? I used to wear it and men would go crazy with and are you wearing Okay, so guess what? Personally, for me, I don't like male fragrance. It's just a thing. And however, I do like stronger perfume, but I do not like male fragrance, nor do I wear like unisex. But you have so many ladies out there that really and truly adore a male cologne, like really and truly adore a male cologne. And some of them smells really, 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 really good also. Now, I am just assuming that just now this one came in my head that was very, very popular, which I'm thinking maybe that's the one Lucy was using. I cannot anyway, if in the middle of the show, if it come back to me, I will show it out there and let Lucy tell me if that is the one that most women used to go, oh, it just went by. If you have a fragrance or you know a fragrance that is a very, very, very popular male fragrance that was popular like about 15 years ago, still is around today, let me know. Don't tell us yet what it is, Lucy. We're going to see if people have an idea, and I'm going to try to rackle my brains to see if I could come up with that fragrance that was liked by both men and women. All right, so Yuga Boss and Channel number 5 perfume is very, and I'm assuming good, and Door Poison. Yes, that was another popular perfume, Door Poison. All right, so let's move on. Since no one is talking about the notes of the perfume, we already passed. If you're just joining, the notification didn't go out. And I'm telling you why our notification didn't go out today. I make a boo-boo. YouTube send out 3 notifications for the day. 3 notifications. So If you post 3 videos or 3 anything, then the next one they're not going to send out. This one I was messing around doing my mask, and I mistake a live, not a live, YouTube stories, and I sent out a short, not knowing that the short was gonna be like a video. So if you go on the channel page, you might get a little thing, 16-second or something, where I'm doing my math. That was supposed to be for stories. It went out as a short, which is considered one posting. And then I came on and I post this link for the today's show, and then I came on and I post the video for today all in one, and that's why this notification case is too close. So anyway, it's all good. Our show is gonna be up and running next week, popping and all of that. All right, so we're going back to the fragrance, and before we talk about how you know what fragrance work for you and all of that good stuff, let us just break down the difference in perfume. Some people know these, some might not. Now remember, at the top of the hour, I was like, you have HYDRATE toilet, you have HYDRATE perfume, and you have perfume, and you also have some that they call fragrant water. Now, fragrant water are normally like rose water is a form of a fragrant water. Lavender water is the fragrant water. Body splash, some body splash, they are fragrant water because some of them is water based. Now, fragrant water have little to just a little top. And as a matter of fact, let me tell you how much these fragrant water have. Fragrant water have just 1 to 3% of perfume. 1 to 3% of perfume. So they are just a little dash, just a little hint. So when you're looking for when you go to the store, please note the difference between fragrant water, perfume, HYDRATE toilet. So let's just break it down. Now, after fragrant water, then you have HYDRATE cologne, okay? Once it said edu, and that means water, okay? It's 2 to 4%. For men, edu cologne, 2 to 4%. And that is also almost like the fragrant water. It's very, very light. And I'm going to talk something about pricing when I'm done, because sometimes you really don't understand why some perfume is cheaper than some. Here is the reason why. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to have is HYDRATE toilet, which is very, very common, okay? It's very, very common, and the price range is normally very, let me not talk about the price yet. It's about 5 to 15% of perfume, okay? Mean that it have a lot of water in it. 5 to 15%. And perfume is really oil, okay? Perfume is oil. So what they do, they mix oil, water, and alcohol to create the perfume. So the higher you go, the more expensive, the more perfume, the more expensive it is, and the less alcohol and the less water, okay? Now, after that, you're going to have HYDRATE perfume. HYDRATE perfume is gonna have, where did I put that note here? HYDRATE perfume is gonna have 15 to 20% of perfume. 15 to 20% of perfume. And the next one is really perfume, which is gonna have, guess what? And some of you are gonna be shocked by this, only 20 to 30% of perfume. Okay? So if you have to buy perfume, real 100% perfume, that would run you up in the thousands of dollars, okay? Like thousands of dollars. Real perfume is thousands of dollars, okay? Now, perfume, which is the strongest of all, have 20 to 30% of perfume. And that is why you're gonna find perfume, designer perfume that is going to be selling for $2,000 or $1,500 or $900 or $600. And don't be shocked that I'm saying this, that they go for those kind of a price range. Now, when it comes on to me and buying a perfume, I like perfume a lot, but I'm not the big S word, okay? I'm not gonna put my pocket where I cannot reach it, okay? I'm not gonna put my pocket where I cannot reach it. And yes, I might buy a perfume for $250, and that is a splurge for me. And that is if I'm really, really treating myself to something really, really nice. Like I have a perfume here. This one is like $180. This is like my go-to, my diet. I love this. This is a Cartier, okay? But do not go above your reach. If you can, okay, you can, buy something for yourself. But if you can't, and I noticed the trend with a lot of young people, they are buying these exorbitant price perfume because their friend have it, or they just want to feel like they're in a certain. I wasn't raised like that. I only buy things that I can afford. Okay, only buy things that you can afford. So not because your friend have a $450 perfume, Bond number 9. Oh, okay. Park Avenue. Yes, I do love the Bond fragrance. Okay, but I only treat myself when I can. I didn't bring it out here today for that very reason, because I didn't want anyone to be like, oh, but that's a $450 perfume. But I'll explain to you, if it was here, how I come about it. But anyway, the most expensive perfume on this is $180, which is the Cartier. Everything else is under, well, to be honest, they are over. Let me see if I have anything under. Yeah, this one is under $100, but that is the cost of designer fragrance. Now, I like when I travel, I buy fragrance also. Like this one I picked up in Italy because I like their fragrance, because their fragrance more water-based and more natural and so on and so forth. But we won't get into all of that. But you out there, you watching, the prices of perfume. Okay, so we're not gonna elaborate on that. But as I said, that's why I'm not sharing like this is this pinpoint name or anything, because you got to get in the store and you got to sniff and you got to know what is it that you like to purchase, and you also got to know what you can afford to buy. Okay, now that is out of the way. The perfume, as I was saying, is the strongest of all, and guess what? It is gonna last all day. When you go to the store and you buy something and you spritz it on, we're going to talk about the places that you can use your perfume, okay? And you spritz it and you smell it at the time. What you're smelling is the first note, the top note. Then after a while, then it's going to wear off. A couple of minutes after, you're going to smell the middle note. And then by the time an hour or two after, you're going to be smelling that base note. Sometimes when you reach for that base note, and you're like, oh my goodness, nothing is there. I can't smell it. It's weak. It's no good. It's not that it's not good. It's just that you are looking at HYDRATE toilet. HYDRATE toilet have only 5 to 15%. And that's also go by the range. If you buy a HYDRATE toilet and it have only 5%, that is what's going to happen. It's going to wear off in no time. Okay. Now, if you spend your money and you buy perfume have, 15, 20 to 30%, that is going to last, and you need just a little bit of that. Now, in spite of the fact that perfume have 20 to 30%, you still have high-end perfume that is going to put a little more than that in there, and that is how you end up with perfume costing $2,000, and we're talking US dollars. Okay, calculate that in your own what do you call that again? Currency, right? So that is what is happening. It costs more because there's more perfume in it, which the perfume oil itself is extremely, extremely expensive. If you have a question, go ahead and ask it, and then we are gonna move on. Now, I love when person asks me what fragrance I am wearing, and we all love that. And do you sometimes wear something, and when you go there, someone like, oh, what is it you're wearing? And you can't remember? Like, Oh, what I put on again today? That happened to me a lot. Juliane, I cut my coat according to my size. Thank you very much for that. And we need to have some more younger people on here listening to some of these comments. Tom, it's a beautiful evening for everyone. It is 1840 here in Czech Republic, and I'm going to work. Beautiful days and good health. And thank you for joining in, Tom. And we have SNR. Greetings, everyone. What are we having here? Please, we're talking about fragrance, and we're basically sharing, like just the backside of a fragrance, little things that you should know if you like to use fragrance, how to tell what you like, the different notes, where it was origin, and stuff like that. Just knowing your fragrance from, as I said, the back end, knowing about the different notes, knowing, if you're getting perfume, eau de toilette, eau de perfume, or fragrant water, also knowing what ingredient that goes into some of these fragrance, just stuff like that we're talking about. And we have concrete. Lucy, okay, addressing Lucy. Betty Clark, can you keep perfume in the fridge? Yes. As a matter of fact, that is the best place to keep the perfume, in the refrigerator. You can keep it all the way down to the bottom. It just needs to be in a cool area. If you keep it in a cool area, then it's gonna keep longer. And also a dark area. Now, what I always wonder, and maybe you might be thinking about that, when it comes on to the perfume, it is suggested that you keep it in a dark area, but they make perfumes in clear bottles. I'm kind of confused with that, but if you're the expert out there, let me know. They make perfume in clear bottles. However, what I noticed is these two perfumes that I have here, I picked these up in Italy. I noticed when you, in Italy, their perfume are not normally in clear bottle. And if you know anything about Italian perfume, correct me. They're normally in darker bottles. I honestly think that it should be in darker bottles. Tell me if you understand what I'm saying. But perfume are always in. This is a new perfume. If you have tried this one, let me know. This is Christian Dior Joy. Pretty new also. Let me know if you try that. Right. Do you think it should be in? I know for us ladies, we like the nice, pretty bottles. How many of you ever buy a perfume because the bottle look pretty and not for the fragrance? A lot of people have been buying this Carolina Aero perfume with that shoe. A lot of girls bought that, but purchased that just to put on their stand, and just because the bottle is good. I'm not putting the perfume down or anything like that. Not a fan of it. Would I buy it for the bottle when I was younger? Yes, I would buy it for the bottle. Now, would I? Absolutely not. Okay. Now, I don't really care about the bottles. I care about the fragrance. They still do look good on the vanity and all of that. But when you have a cluster, then it also take away from the beauty of it. So, look at this cluster. What about this is beautiful? There's nothing about this is beautiful. So I just buy for the fragrance itself. If you ever purchase a fragrance because of the bottle, and that is what they use to catch you. And also you need to know that the prettier the bottle is the more you are paying, because you're paying for that bottle. Okay, always know that when you get a perfume, you pay for the bottle. So if the bottle is very pretty, this is a feminine perfume, and this look very, very plain and basic. If I was to just see this bottle somewhere, I would be like, that's a male cologne. That's because of the way it's shaped, but it's actually not. This is a Ralph Lauren, and this was gifted to me recently. And I'm not even sure. No glasses on. This was a gift. Very, very strong, powdery, but it's all good, and I do accept gifts. Okay, all right. So anyway, let's move on. Amelia, I love the Jean Paul Jean Paul. That's how it's pronounced. Guitar because of the the woman shape, but oh, that's another one. Okay, that's another one. It have a little thingy here and a little thingy there with a stripy around, blue bottle. Yes, a lot of people buy that because of the way it looks. So people do purchase. I like this. Look at this one. This is a Bulgari. I like the bottle and this, but I do like this fragrant crystalline. But it do have a cute bottle, and we're really paying for the for these bottles. So always remember, and it's kind of be difficult to open, so I'm kind of scared sometimes. I have to take my time to roll it, but it's pretty, and now it's set. So then you just spritz. Ooh, smell really good. All right, so who is buying perfume for the bottle? I care about, ooh, that smells so nice. Ooh, I care about the fragrance. I like the type of strong and sweet fragrance. All right, some people like strong, some people like sweet. All right, let me tell you something about fragrance and different skin, because I don't want to end the show without talking about these important findings that I have here for you. Just knowing your fragrance. I did talk about that already. If it's spray. Okay, so what I really want to talk about is the difference in the scent of the perfume and each individual person. Everyone is different and everyone is unique. Now, the difference in how, let's say, my La Vie scent smell on me compared to how it smell on you is all have to do with the oil on your perspiration. Okay, if you have a very dry skin, your perfume is not gonna smell as strong. If you have oily skin, it's gonna be much stronger on you. Okay, so whatever your body chemistry is, whatever is in that body sweat, whatever you eat that is coming from the pores, that is what is going to be mixed with the perfume when you apply it on your skin. And that is why how it smell on me, it might not smell the same on you. That's all you need to know. The dry skin person, less strong. Even if it's a perfume you're using, it's less strong than if you have oily skin. So there's a plus for having oily skin when it comes onto perfume. Your perfume will definitely be stronger. However, when it comes on to the fragrance that is being released, it's going to go with all of the minerals and all of the toxin that is coming out of your pores. So what you eat also have a lot to do with the way the perfume scent smell on you. So if you eat, and I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say that because it's the first thing that came to mind, but people might think that I'm a little, but let's use a pretty word since we're talking about a fragrance. So let's say if you eat a lot of chocolate, I really don't want to say chocolate, but I'm saying chocolate. If you eat a lot of chocolate, what you're going to find is that it's going to, when it's coming through the pores, it's going to mix with your fragrance, and then it's going to give off something else. Now, let's say I eat a lot of tomatoes and I'm finding weird food to talk about, and you eat chocolate, and both of us pick up a bottle of, oh, I didn't talk about the Chloe. I love me some Chloe original, that is. Now, if I use my Chloe, same Chloe, and you use the same Chloe, after about an hour or two, even though we're using the same fragrance, yours might smell a little different from mine. If someone passed, they will know that we're using the same fragrance, however, but for you personally, it's going to give off a different fragrance. Okay. All right. If you know anything more about that, comment, and let me hear. Carrie, I bought the perfume, and when it's finished, I kept the bottles as souvenir if the bottle is pretty. And a lot of people is guilty of that also. And what you find some women tend to do is, for instance, like this, it's almost done, then they wouldn't finish it. They would just leave that little because they want to keep the bottle. I don't normally get into keeping the bottle. When the bottle is done, I throw it out, but then I normally have a lot, so I don't really miss. But you know what I like? old school, and I think I noticed a lot of people start having it again. They have this perfume spray with a pump, poo 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 puff, perfume puff, and you can get your buy your perfume, especially bulk perfume, because nowadays you could go to certain stores and they would have the bulk perfume, or you could refill your bottle, but you could pour the perfume in that little bottle, cover it, and then you squeeze the little thing, sprue, sprue, sprue. I like that. That I'll have, and just display it. All right. Garlic and seaweed come through the pores. Lucy, garlic and seaweed. What a combination. If you have a comment, if you're just joining, we're talking about perfume. I care about the fragrance. I like the same type of sweet. Okay, I read that. Carrie, I bought the perfume. Okay, so I read that. Now, if you're just joining, we are, whoa, I think I have a little blooper here. My little blouse just go cuckoo and just open. Anyway, if you're just joining, we're talking about a perfume, just knowing your fragrance. So we're not necessarily sharing a perfume like, oh, here's this perfume, go buy. No, what we're talking about is the notes, how you can determine what perfume goes well with your skin and stuff like that is what we are sharing. And how to wear your fragrance. That is very, very popular and very common. Now, the honest truth, when it comes on to fragrance, I would say to each his own. However, if you're really going to go by the book, then you know that you need to put it at the pulse point, back of your neck, and best wear your fragrance on your skin. Best wear your fragrance on your skin. Most people will wear their fragrance on their skin or in, spritz it in the hair. But their pressure point, pulse point, that is not pulse point, not pressure point, pulse point is where you spritz your fragrance. So you spritz it like on your palm, the back of your legs, the back of your neck. And, the honest truth is most people like to touch a little bit right down in the cleavage. Now, years ago, people normally wear perfume on their clothes. But when you try to wash that, it's just make your clothes smell a little different. It was made to use on the body, okay? And it started by ointing. I'm not going to get into that today, but it definitely was made to use on the body. And if you want your fragrance to last longer, do not wear it on your clothes, wear it on your body. Now, when it comes on to perfume water, if you want that fragrance to enhance that perfume water fragrance, you apply it on your skin as soon as you get out of the shower, especially if you take a warm shower, you splash on. And that is why they make these body splash. If you wear body splash, it's not a perfume. Body splash is basically the same as fragrant water. However, they put a lot of alcohol in some body splash. So if you're keen and what goes on your skin, it's best to buy fragrant water like lavender water than some of these body splash that they have, because it's way too much alcohol. But as soon as you step out of the shower, if you like your body splash, that is when you're going to use it. You spritz it all over your body from neck all the way down to your foot, all the way over your back, and then you let that dry on the skin. It is called layering your fragrance, just the way you layer your skincare products. Okay. Now, once you get in and you do your lotion, you lotion yourself. So always know that the body splash should be used before your lotion. The body splash is almost like you're using a facial toner, but it's a toner for your body. So splash your splash on, and then you lotion yourself. Now, after you do that, then, some people like to put their perfume on before they get dressed, while some people put it on after they get dressed. Now, I put my perfume on before I get dressed because, I'm spritzing it on my body. I like it on my body. And then after I get dressed, then I might take a little bit of the perfume and do the regular thing, like, spritz it like that up in the hair. This room is going to smell, of perfume. That's why I try not to spray too much, because then I don't want the house to be like, all over with perfume today. But this smells so good. Like, I normally wear this when I'm going to bed. Is Fruto della Passion. So I'm thinking there's passion fruit is in this. I picked this up in Italy. This is actually my second bottle. Each time I visit, I normally go to this store, and this one is from the same place also, ALESMAXii. Asmantos, and this is perfume, not Edude toilet. That's why I didn't spray this one. This one is fragrant water, okay? And I wear this when I'm going to bed at night. And this one is perfume, two different, same shop. And the rest I would pick up, anywhere here in America. I have a lot of perfume, to be honest. I wouldn't bring them all out here. You guys probably would be like, what? But some people smoke, some people drink, some people splurge on clothes, some people splurge on handbags. I have a few things that I tend to splurge on, and I, treat myself to perfume and, beauty products and stuff, but I use them now. That's the big difference. I wear perfume when I wake up in the mornings. I wear perfume when I'm going to bed. I'm always wearing perfume because I like to smell good, and it also helped me to feel good about myself. So that is why I wear them. And I also, I'm generous when it comes on to my family. My niece used to steal my perfume, believe it or not, okay? That is why, like, when I went for this, I make sure I pick her up one. She normally come and she like, so which of your perfume almost finished? That's the little trick that she used on me. Which of your perfume almost finished? And I would be like, why? And when she leave, it's gone. She don't normally like take the new bottle. It's the one that is almost finished. But I love that. I mean, I don't have children, and she's the closest. It's like basically my child, because I've been taking care of her since she was born, since she was a kid. So it's kind of nice, like, when they grow up and you still have that kind of interaction with them. And this is something that we tend to bond in. It can be bonding for girls. A lot of girls like just share tips, perfume, and all of that. It's good. Not all people like, though, but if you don't like, and you like, some people just like fragrant water, and I understand that. Some people have like sinus and they can't deal with the strong sweet smell and all of that good thing, but to each his own. If you're not a fragrant person, I am not against you, because as I said, to each his own, and you can use fragrant water-based, and you smell really, really nice. This one smelled really good. One of my friends was the first that introduced me to lavender water, and ever since I came across lavender water, I love it. But you have to like lavender to like lavender water, and I just splash it on my skin. I prefer water-based for my splash than alcohol base. And then when it comes onto the perfume, I like a good Edude perfume or perfume, but I also do toilet, okay? Because some company only make toilet. So, but just know you're fragrant. I see my time. That's why I'm straying. I'm gonna take some question. Yes, they have these cosmetic fridge on Amazon. Yes, and they're very, very tiny, though. They're very, very tiny, but they became popular, I think, last year. Very, very small fridge, but I personally like it for skincare. For skincare, like, your serums and your moisturizer and so on, it's always nice to put it in that little fridge. They're not very expensive either, but as I said, to each his own. But when it comes on to the perfume, we are all old school. We know we're supposed to keep it in a dark area, but are we going to do that? No, because we like to lay it out when, you go in your bathroom or wherever you keep your perfume, you on your little tray or on your dresser, you see it looking all nice. And the honest truth is because it comes with a part of a luxurious item, and therefore people like to display it. Years way back then, centuries ago, it used to be only women that have money that were able to buy these perfume. Now, it's really a good thing that most people will be able to, most people, and I said most, can buy some form of a fragrant, okay? Whether it's cost exorbitant amount or it's less pricey, most people will be able to afford some form of a fragrant, okay? And that is what makes life really great these days, because not everything is geared towards only the rich. And I'm going to tell you something too. If you like a fragrant, do not let anyone tell you that, oh my goodness, that is so old. Like, you know, it depending on the crowd that you move. If you like a fragrance, don't let anyone tell you that, because if you like it, you wear it, because honestly, it don't really go bad. Like a fragrance don't go bad. It's just that some people either outgrow it, or some people move on, and as they go along, they're making new discovery of how they can process these ingredients to create more refined scent, that is, but to each his own. For instance, I know this lady, and the perfume Poison, and she have a lot of money, and she'd search far and wide for Poison. That is what she like, and that is what she's wearing. Even though if she walked past me, I would like, oh my God, Poison, that's so yesterday. I'm just saying that, okay? I'm not the type of a person, but wear what you want to wear. Don't get caught up on the hype, because at the end of the day, it's all about you, your body chemistry, and how it makes you feel. I like to wear a fragrance that give me a nice feel. When I put a perfume on me, I like to feel something. That's what fragrance is to me. I'm depressed. If I'm depressed today, I would go and I would take up a bottle of perfume and I would spritz it. And when I spritz it, I'm going to spritz one that put me in a different mood, or wake me up, or let me feel like, oh, you know, just it's gonna be okay. This one does that for me. However, this is one of the Cartier Bisou is one of my favorite fragrance, and I just, oh my goodness, it's anyway, because of YouTube I can't keep going on and on what these fragrance are, how they really make me feel. I see my time is up. Happy today's Holy Thursday. If you celebrate the season, am I saying the season? If you're religious, it's Holy Thursday, and Friday is gonna be Good Friday, and Sunday is gonna be Easter Sunday, and I think Monday is gonna be Easter. Honestly, as the older I get, the more I forget. I'm not gonna say I forget, but you know, like back home, we were more into making sure that Easter is Easter. You know what I mean? But you know, like now I don't get into too taken up, but I need to get back to my roots. So what I did last night, I went to get some bun and cheese. Yes. Some people do hot cross bun. What is it that you do for Easter? All right, let's just recap really quick, and then we talk a little bit about Easter, if you celebrate Easter, that is. Today we talk about perfumes, fragrance, colognes, how to wear it, you know, where it's originated, how to know the different top, bottom notes, the popular ingredients that goes into making perfume. We talk about some old fragrance that has been around when we were growing up. We also share the how long it lasts on your skin, and where to apply your perfume, how long to keep a perfume or your fragrance. And I also explain to you why it smells different, and you know, other people than how it smell on you. And I think I cover everything on the list. So that's what we talk about, just the back end of perfume or fragrance, not necessarily showing off on our fragrance, but something for you to walk away and to know that, oh, so when I spritz it, I'm smelling the first note is the top, just a little, you know, backside, knowing the top note is what you're going to smell and the base note is what is going to be left there. You also know that you can keep your fragrance for 5 years. You also know that the difference between HYDRATE toilet and perfume. You also learn about the different amount of percentage of perfume oil that goes into each and every one to make it what it is, whether it is splash on, whether it is HYDRATE perfume, or whether it is toilet. Okay, so that's what we spoke about today, and I share a few of my favorite fragrance with you. So if you're curious to know what I have here, I have the Estelada La Vie, I have the Bulgari Crystalline, and I have the Ralph Lauren. I'm still trying to remember what Ralph Lauren this is, to be honest. it's one of the newer one, and I cannot remember the name. I'm pushing it out there to see what it is. But if you recognize the bottle, I recently got this. It was a gift. Maybe that's why I can't remember the name. We have the Estee Lauder Chance. One of my favorite is the Chloe of all time, and we have the Christian Dior Joy, and we also have my Cartier Bizarre. Love. Another fragrance that I have, which is one of my go-to fragrance in the summer that is not here, is the Christian Dior. It just went right now, but Christian Dior. Okay. And then I have some Italian stuff here, which I use a lot of Italian perfume, to be honest. Not showing off or anything like that, but I do, as I said, I love them because they're water-based, and I normally pick them up whenever I travel to Italy. And if I run out and I have friends there that I could be like, okay, so I'm gonna let you order some stuff for me. But these are some from my collection that I think, I'll share with you. Any question? And then we're going to talk about Easter. Could you put your fragrance in the reason why I said I wasn't going to put that, because I'm not advertising for the company. I'm just sharing some of my fragrance. But if you want to know any of these fragrance that I have here, like my favorite or so, then you can just send an email and I'll send it to you. And if they decide to sponsor me, then I'll come on. But I probably will try to put some in the link under my magic link if I remember to do so. Okay. However, what I'm going to do for you guys, I am going to make a video of sharing my top 5 fragrance. Okay. That I will put the link below. So I promise, hopefully this week, if I get the time, I'll put my favorite fragrance and I'll put it on my vlog channel. Okay. So if you know I have a vlog channel, go over there, subscribe. This month, we're going to try to start posting, which I said every month. Need to get into vlogging. I'm not so good at it, but I'm going to try. So I promise I'll make a video. Remind me, Lucy, top 5 fragrance, a video, 8 minutes video, and share the fragrance with you. Now, send the email to khichibeauty@gmail.com. Please say my name, and that is Naveen Tai from Welcome to the chat. Who else need a shout out? Juliane, I smell your perfume here. And I know, I always smell good. I am a skincare junkie. When I say skincare junkie, I mean I love taking showers. I love using my DIY products, facial scrub, mask, blah, 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 blah. I love it all. Everything that have to do with the body, the lotion, the portion, the fragrance, that is me. That is just what I personally like. And I like food too, but I like good food. And there's no such thing as good food, okay? So don't take me on that. There's no such thing as good food, because some of the food that I crave, that I used to think that is not good food when I was growing up as a kid, is what I crave like now. Who like a good, I kind of get mixed up now since I'm here. Like I try to call fried dumpling bakes, and some of you gonna know why I'm saying these things. Confused, right? When you mix up with different culture, you kind of forget what you normally call it. But fried dumpling, I like a good fried dumpling. Like I used to like a good fried dumpling with stewed chicken. And it's a Jamaican thing. Like on the holidays, you get like stewed chicken, stewed pork or something. You get fried dumpling with it. And on a regular, then you get the fried dumpling with either ackee and sawfish, or you get the fried dumpling with callaloo or stuff like that. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about Easter before I go. How many of you celebrate Easter? And what are you doing for Easter? Do you have children? And do you do like the Easter egg and stuff like that? I never really had that experience growing up. We never normally do Easter egg. What we normally do is kite. Anyone know anything about kite? This is the time you fly kite. This is the time the wind is up. You get your crepe paper, you make the kite, you get the bow from the coconut bow, and you put an X in it, and you go up on a hill and you fly that kite. Anyone know about kite? Terren, I love boiled dumpling with aki. Oh, boil. I love the boiled dumpling too. Like, I still love dumpling. And if you're going to give me some soup and you don't have dumpling, it don't feel like it's soup. Still do love that curry. I celebrate Easter with my Jamaican tradition, bun and cheese and some fish. This year I'm going to add a few festival to it. Miss my Jamaican cheese. And don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. Stay right there, guys. I'm gonna show you guys something. Don't move. I am coming. This is the good thing when I do. So look what I did last night. Last night I ran out. Look at this, guys. This is the true. I'm pushing the perfume away now. Okay. Now this is the true Jamaican coming out, right? So if you are a Jamaican and you can't get this, you don't have this, you feel like the world is coming to an end. Okay. When I was growing up, if you don't have the taste this cheese, you feel like the world is coming to an end. All right. So when it comes down to certain tradition, I still try to do it. Now, my family is gonna eat that cheese, as you know, on the vegan side. But look what I got, guys. I wish I could send this to Lucy, to be honest. I was actually trying to figure it out, and the shipping they're just crazy with these things. But anyway, so I go and I bought this. Where's my diet? Where's my diet? And I got two, and I'm gonna give one because I know I'm not gonna finish all of that. But so there you have it. Khichibeauty is Jamaican, and she have to get I love bun and cheese, to be honest. I have some vegan cheese that I'm gonna be eating with mine. Not the same, guys, but it is what it is. But it's good. And this used to be like my dream, like years ago. I always wish that I would have enough so I could like buy a bun for somebody. Like, yeah, like, just do some nice stuff. And one day in life, hopefully, still, praying I'm open that things change, and like round about Easter time, I'm gonna visit my country, and I'm gonna go like in the rural area, and I'm gonna get a truckload of bun and cheese, and I'm gonna hand it out free. You might not see it on my channel, but these are things that I actually like to do, and I wish I could like share this with all of you, but another time, and hopefully. So that is all and we don't really eat it until Friday, right? Until Friday, which is Good Friday, and every single house that you go to, you're gonna have bun and cheese in Jamaica. Now, I was telling someone this story last night that when I was growing up, I went to visit, a couple, and they didn't have children. And they had liked me a lot. And I think maybe, they liked me that much because they didn't have children. But I wasn't like the type of a kid that stay out. And I still don't do today. I don't like to go to people's house, okay? I like to be in my own little space, all right? A hotel, yes, I do. And even if when I travel, and even if I have friends, I'd still go to an hotel. I like my own space, okay? And to each his own, but that's just me. Anyway, they invited me over, and my mom like, yes, go, and they gave me a piece of cheese. Okay. Up to today's day, I remember those people. I don't know if they didn't know how to take care of a child or whatever. They cut me a big slab of cheese. They didn't be like, take it home to your mom or anything. They gave it to me on a plate with a 2 slices of bun, and I sat there, and as a child, children greedy. I start eating that cheese until the cheese started to taste salty. It was such a big chunk of cheese. Like, what? Salty. That day, if it's that piece of cheese would either make me or break me. After that, is either I was gonna like cheese or I wasn't gonna like cheese. Never forget. And also, if you have kids, and if you have, your niece and your nephews, do nice things for them when they're young, because when you do that, when they're old, like you just push them to the side, like, listen, you're old now. But when they're young, you do nice things for them and they won't forget it. You see, I am 52 years old and I still remember, and this happened when I was about 7 years old or so. And I still remember those two people no longer with us, but if they were with us still, like, honestly, I would go get a big pan of cheese. This is a small one, and a 2 box of bun or something, and just take it to them. Always do nice thing for kids, okay? And I've just mentioned kids because this time of year is for kids also, where they do the egg, like, different culture, different things. As I said, we used to do kite, but they like a little special things. And even if you don't have money and you have your children, just still try to get them to paint some egg, make some Kool-Aid, let them dip the egg in it to feel special, because they're going to remember these things as they get older. And believe it or not, they're going to appreciate it. All right. Anyway, my time is up. Lucy, I sent this on your Instagram. I was wondering what it is. I thought what happened to 30 days, but it's okay. That's the you something else, Lucy. Don't crop my style right now, okay? Do not crop my style, because I am gonna eat a piece of bun, all right? Even if I gotta go work out, I'm gonna eat a piece of bun, right? So don't crop. And she's talking about the 30 days weight loss challenge, okay? I am still gonna lose my weight because I want it so bad, guys. I really and truly want to lose my weight, like, so bad. But I'm gonna taste. I only get bun and cheese once a year, okay? Once a year, and it cost me an arm and a leg. I would not like to tell you guys how much I pay for this. And like my little Jamaican subscriber, you're gonna be like, you shouldn't pay so much. But anyway, I want it, and to just live up with the tradition. I go and I get it, and I'm putting it on Instagram, and I'm putting it everywhere because I'm excited to know that I have it. But yes, it did cost an arm and a leg. I'm gonna eat some bun and cheese Friday, tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go back on my diet on Monday. I also practice. If you do the practice where you don't eat meat, you just omit all the meat, but you can eat fish and all of that stuff. I don't eat meat overall, so it doesn't affect me right now. What is it that you practice, and what is it that you do? Lady T, yes, you enjoy your bun and cheese. It's Easter. Why not? Happy Easter to you. Thank you. And Lucy's, okay, I had some butter on it and enjoy. Okay, Juliana and Lucy, so true. All right, guys, so my times is up. Monday, we're going to have the real full-blown show. We're going to come with different topics, not only skincare. Remember, if you want to be on the show, let me know, send an email, and I won't make a boo-boo so that the notification goes out. And also, people are really busy taking care of their Easter needs. So enjoy your weekend. If you celebrate Easter, go full blown and enjoy. If you do kite, I asked about the kite. Nobody answered about the kite. And that's a lot of Easter bun. You can mail me some. See what I mean? Terren want to me to. Where are you watching from, Terren? Let me know. I'm not gonna eat all of this by myself. As I said, think I'm gonna give one, and then one is gonna share for the family. But I'm definitely gonna eat it, and I have no control. And I'm being honest with you. I only have Easter bun once per year, okay? I am not the type that is going to go buy the spice bun during the year, blah, 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 blah. No, once a year. But when I eat, I eat. When I eat, like if tomorrow morning I get up and I'm going to do a cup of tea or chocolate or something like that, yes, I'm going to eat it. And lunchtime, bet your bottom dollar, I'm going to eat it. And because I want to feel like when I was a kid, I might even just do the lunchtime one with some syrup. Only my Jamaican subscribers know what I'm talking about, or a cream soda or something. That's a lunch thing when we were growing up. But for dinner, it cut off right there. So it's just breakfast and lunch. And then that's it. It's all over. The next day is a new day. All right. So just Jill know about the kite in Albuquerque and US, okay. And anyone else know about kite? I'm in Georgia now. I used to live where you are. Okay, so you used to be in Brooklyn, New York. Do they have a Golden Cross in Georgia? I don't know if is Golden Cross not advertising for Golden Cross, just is Golden Cross just New York, or is it like elsewhere? Chichi, is Easter bun made like fruit cake? Oh, very, very good question. It's similar to fruit cake. I think there's no eggs in it. There's no egg in the bun. So that's the only thing that is missing. And also, you do not beat the dough. It's not that watery. It's more thicker, and they use coloring in it to make it brown. So no eggs. Some people do make the Easter bun with eggs though, but there's no eggs. Let me see what is in this. Flour, and I'm just gonna sugar, water, raisin, cherry. They are normally pack it up with a lot of fruit and a whole set of names that we can't call. But yeah, no eggs, which makes the different thicker batter. And some people put like stout in it. You could add no alcohol, but like a stout do have alcohol, but you know what I'm saying. Browning. And what else is different? I think that's basically it. More doughy than liquid. That's the only difference. So it's similar without the egg. Make sense? Correct me. Who's on the chat that can explain this better for me to Lucy? All right. I prefer the no egg ones. So some people, Carly, yes, we make kite with plastic bag. Okay. Golden Cross is in Atlanta area. Oh, really? Oh, great. All right. All right. So I'll give you a bond from Golden Cross Terran, but you gotta send me an email, okay? All right. And we have no, it's only Terran, okay, because she asks, okay? Ask and it shall be given to you. The asking segment is closed, okay? So it's only Terran that we're gonna try to give a bond, all right? All right, so and I think I'll make some to get the dried food for it. Yes, and the Easter bun is a must that it have the fruits in it. It's no Easter bun if you don't have the fruit. And then you have the raisin, but they're more so use the candied fruit. So that's what really make it, and the cherry on the top. All right, my time is up. Look how long I'm telling you my time is up. I gotta go, and have a great weekend. Watch the video I post earlier. We're not having any show for the rest of the week. However, I think I should still have my Sunday show because I never ever let anything affect the Sunday show. So we will be on for our live Let's Talk Sunday Chit Chat with Khichibeauty on Sunday. I'm taking the weekend off, not off. I'll be posting our regular daily video, but I'm just gonna relax. Tomorrow is Friday, posting the regular video. Saturday, we're posting our regular video. Sunday, we're back up and running with our live Sunday Chit Chat. And then with Monday, we're going to have the second in our series, Weekdays with Khichibeauty. So set your clock. Don't miss it. Everyone should be back to normal by then. Be good to yourself. Love you. Thank you so much for always supporting. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you, Lucy, for moderating the show. Send me your info, Terren, and who else is here? Keisha, I wish I could get you some bun and cheese. I know you probably already purchased yours. Be good to yourself, and I see you soon. Bye-bye. Happy Easter.